So I have a riddle for you all. Are y'all ready? My life is just like a lot of y'all's, but at the same time, it's different. So what's my situation? No, I'm not hiding some big secret. No, I'm not trying to receive sympathy. And no, I'm not living a bad life. Well, now that you've had time to think about it, let's see who got it right. How many of you would have guessed that my parents are divorced? Now, I know some of you are probably thinking divorce really isn't that bad, and it honestly can't affect you that much. Well, how about your mom telling you that she hasn't loved your father in 5 years and that she filed for divorce? My parents, who have been married for 18 years, told me this 2 weeks before my 18th birthday during my senior year of high school. That's pretty rough, huh? You know, I never thought that this would happen to me, and I never thought that it would have such a huge impact on my life. But honestly, you probably wouldn't be able to tell anything was wrong unless you really knew me. So today, I want to help you understand the trials and tribulations that young adults like me go through when divorce enters into their lives. So first off, I want to share to you my experience starting from the very beginning. Both of my parents, they decided to get married when they were 5 months pregnant with me. Now, it wasn't one of those things, oh, I got her pregnant, now I have to marry her. My dad had already bought the ring and they had already planned on getting married, so it was one of those things. After I was born, my parents went straight back into work. Both of my parents worked in Memphis and they worked at the same place, my dad being the manager of the auto shop and my mom being the office manager. But with them working 24/7, my grandparents basically raised me until I was about 5, so I didn't really have a good relationship with my parents. But right before I started kindergarten, my mom quit so she could stay with me, so I would at least have a parent around most of the time. Now, with my mom being home with me most of the time, my relationship with her outstands that of my father. And even when my dad was home, he would always yell at us, and he would just be very emotionally and mentally abusive to us. And I don't really give much mind to him nowadays because I don't have a good relationship with him. I love him, but it's just kind of awkward between us. So one day I came home, and my dad didn't say anything to me, but he came up and he hugged me tightly, and I knew that something was wrong because he's just not that kind of man. And then, like I said before, they sat me down and told me they were getting a divorce. Well, now since you know the background information, let's talk about the emotional roller coaster that comes along with this. The first thing that I did was laugh because, you know, that's just what I do when I get nervous and I didn't know how to respond to the situation. But then I started crying. And it wasn't the kind of crying when you're obviously upset to people. It was the silent cry when tears just run down your face and you just are at a loss for words. And going through this at 18, I thought that I would have handled it a lot better since I'm more mature than if it happened when I was younger. But in all actuality, in that moment, I felt so small and I just wanted to hide and just curl up in a ball and just be by myself. And I got to thinking about it. Whenever you're little, adults will do whatever it takes to make you feel better if something like this arises. They'll hand you a puppy to get your mind off of it. They'll hold you tight and say it's going to be okay. Or they'll take you to get some ice cream. But when you're older, it's a little bit different. There's no puppy, there's no tight hugs, and there's no ice cream. It's just stone cold reality hitting you in the face. They tell you that you just don't understand, and you'll just have to get over it and get used to things being like that, because it could be a lot worse. Well, how is that supposed to help me process what just happened when no one is there to comfort me and keep my mind off of it? With that moment constantly whirling through my head, it was a true case of mental wear and tear. According to the Huffington Post, 1 out of every 2 teens and young adults develop issues like PTSD, depression, or developmental blockage just from the fact of divorce entering their lives. And just think how different their lives would change. Like I said earlier, you probably wouldn't think anything was wrong. But if you really knew me, you would know that I suffered from depression and I had to go to the doctor and be put on medication for it. But like I said, you would never know that. So to conclude all of this up, although divorce isn't stepping onto the scene very newly, it's something that's still taking many young adults like me by surprise. The effects that are laid upon us can be serious enough to cause our lives to change into something they were never meant to be. A famous Japanese writer, Haruki Murakami, summed it up perfectly. And once the storm is over, you won't remember how you made it through, how you even managed to survive. You won't even be sure, in fact, whether the storm is really over. But one thing is certain. When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. Not even